You often end up in half guard when the person's passing your guard and you manage to catch one of his legs between your own, here or here. So that's kind of a defensive use of half guard. It's better than having your guard passed altogether. But some people are so good at half guard and prefer this position that they'll actually pull half guard as their first option. An example might be we're standing up, we're here, and I've jumped into half guard. That's kind of a new development in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu in the last 10 years, and you'll find that some instructors love the half guard, some instructors hate the half guard. I suggest that you learn something from there just so that you're not at a loss for what to do. So this is your basic half guard posture. There's a lot of variations on the half guard, and you could have a whole video just on the half guard. In fact, I do have a whole video on the half guard. Here's a crash course. I'm going to take one leg and I'm going to hook his leg. My right leg is hooking his right leg. I'm going to be on my side. Generally speaking, I don't want to be flat on my back. Here he can put weight on me. If he drops his weight on my chest, you can hear how my throat's beginning to get constricted a bit. If I'm on my side, if he puts his weight on my ribs here, this isn't how I would be, but I can talk quite normally. It doesn't affect me. So I'm on my side. This hand, my left hand, can go one of two places. It can go across the throat. This is good to push him away. Or it can come underneath his arm here. Turn a bit this way. It can come as an underhook here. This hand has to fend off him hooking my head, because that's often what he wants to do. So here, and I'm trying to move down to get closer to his hips, or here and here. This is useful, especially if I just want to use this position to get back to guard. I take my other foot, I put it on his hip, straighten up please. I put it here, or here, and then I can pivot out. Now he's back in my open guard. So, what I suggest that you do initially when you're playing with half guard is that you learn three techniques. You learn a couple ways to put the guy back into your guard, into your closed guard or into your open guard. So here's one way to transition from your half guard back to your open guard or closed guard. I'm here, I'm hooking his right leg with my right leg. I'm keeping him a bit away from me, forearm across the throat, hand on the bicep here. I am going to take my left foot, you'll see this from the other angle, and I'm going to hook his leg with my outside leg. From here, I'm going to push on his knee with my hand, or if it's tighter, come tighter, I'm going to push it with my forearm. Lift this hand up, please. Here or here, and that allows me to bring my right knee up along the left side of his body. I can either fight him from this is a variation of open guard, or by pivoting my hips, by shifting my hips, I can escape my foot and get him into closed guard. From another angle, we're here. What I don't want to do is this. I don't want to take this hook out and put that hook in. Because if I do this, he's gone. He's past my guard. There's going to be a lot of work to get it back. So I want to keep something on top of this leg all the time. So I might do this. As I change hooks, I keep something over this leg. Now I push his knee and I pivot out. This foot's already out. If I want to go to closed guard, I double shift my hips, get him back in closed guard. That's all well and good. But what if he's grabbed onto your head? What if he's already putting his shoulder in your face? There's a really good answer, a little bit more complicated than what we did, but it also begins to teach the use of the various hooks and how to lift your opponent. So I think it's an important thing to learn. So here, he comes under my arm, and he's driving into my face with his shoulder. Actually, the more he drives, the better this technique works. So I might be pulling him away just to set him up to drive harder. So he drives harder. I'm going to take this foot and essentially get a butterfly hook here. But I want to do that in stages. I want to put both feet on top,
stretch him out a bit, and then get that under there. As you see, at no point ever was there nothing controlling the top of his foot. We're here. I maneuvered out there with 2 feet on top. Now I get this instep in. My other hand goes on his hip, and as he drive in, I can lift him up. As I can show you by talking, this doesn't take a lot of effort. Then I drop him into closed guard. From the other side, we're here. He's driving into my head. I might try pulling away. Oh, now he knows he's onto something good. So I'm going to move my feet onto the back of his leg, then circle my instep under his leg. As he drives, I'm going to lift him up with my foot and my hand, here and here. It's actually not any work at all. And then drop him in to close guard.
So here's a good place to start with offense from the half guard. I'm going to skip over a whole bunch of the what-if scenarios here. I'm just going to show you the basic technique. Trust me, there's answers if he counters by doing this, if he counters by doing that. There are answers to all those questions. We're here. I've got the underhook. I'm going to try and move my head down towards his hips. I want my ear on his hip. So I'm going to pull him up here, and I'm going to duck down, and I'm also going to lift here. There. It may seem like I'm getting into a worse position, but actually I'm getting into a better position. I'm going to come underneath through his legs, here, and shimmy down a bit further. My goal is actually this foot. I'm hanging onto his foot here like a koala climbing a tree. I actually want his other foot. I'm going to grab that with both hands. Once I pull it in here, he's in a lot of trouble. From here, I'm going to open my legs, and I'm going to scissor them. And I'm going to drive in. We usually end up in a position like this. He's in a pretty bad position. His leg is still out of play, so I might as well capitalize on that by passing the guard. So it's an important thing. Oftentimes, right after a guard sweep, you end up in a great position to pass the guard. So don't rest on your laurels. Don't get there, whew, I'm pretty hot, I just swept this guy. First, sweep him, immediately work for the guard pass, then stabilize the position, and then rest on your laurels. So from a different angle, we start out in half guard. I'm controlling Don's right leg with my right leg, keeping him away here. Come to the underhook, maybe I grab the belt, I pull him up, I come through the legs, I grab here, and I shimmy down and get onto my side. From here, I'm going to capture his far foot, his left leg. I'm going to scissor my leg and come up. Now maybe I can finish the sweep just by driving in here, just like we did before. Come back, please. But if pushing doesn't work, then try pulling. If I try going left and it doesn't work, go right. So I'm driving in here, he's basing out, he's not going down. If I roll underneath him, if I fake one way and go the other, you can often get very good results in jiu-jitsu. If you're on top of someone's half guard, you have to watch out for some things. Here, posture usually doesn't look the same as posture in other guard positions. You're not going to be upright. You're not going to be standing usually. You're usually going to be driving forward. You're going to be hunting for this head here and for this underhook. The hand that goes under the head, palm down. The hand that comes under the armpit, palm up. And I'm going to be driving his head. It's not just here, where you can be nice and comfortable. I'm going to try and make him look towards you guys here. Now, if in the process of doing this, he gets the underhook, come in, get the underhook, this is a danger for me. I have to either whizzer it to wrap it to stop him from easily getting to my back, because if I don't, he's going to scoot out and get onto my back. So if he gets the underhook, I have to either stop or I push away, come back, fight for my underhook, then come forward. So generally speaking, you don't want to push forward if he has the underhook. We've talked about not giving him the underhook. If I get the underhook and I get the face and I drive forward,
Some people really like passing from here. I'm going to be pushing into his face. I'm going to take my foot that's not trapped, that would be my left foot, and I bring it up onto his thigh. From here, I straighten my other leg. Keep your leg attached there a bit. And I slowly begin to extract out my leg. From here, I can either drop into mount, or as I come out, I can drop my knee sideways and kick it out here. From another angle, here, I've got his head. I'm making him look this way. A lot of shoulder pressure is the key to this pass. We're here. He's controlling my leg. I bring my other instep up onto his thigh, and I lift my butt, and I start prying this out. From here, I can either drop into mount, or if I don't feel that that's safe, I turn my knees sideways, keep on grabbing my foot there, come around almost a side mount, take my other foot, work that foot free, and now I've got him. That strategy is if you come forward. I often like going backwards and smearing his legs. The simplest way to show this is a little bit safer. I'd say a little bit less effective. I'll start out with a simple way. We're here. I'm going to take both hands and I'm going to circle around his legs. Here and here. I really have to squeeze my leg, my arms, I really have to squeeze his legs together. We're here. Keeping this here, I'm going to sprawl my legs back. Even if he's got a tight grip on my legs, triangle your legs please. We're here and here. I sprawl. I'm keeping all my weight on his leg. From here, I circle, my hand at the top comes out, hooks his head, and pulls me up into side mount. My preferred way of doing that is a little bit dangerous if you don't have the sensitivity, because you're putting one arm under. You might give him the triangle choke if he's sharp and if you don't know what you're doing. I like coming under here, and my other hand wraps the leg. From here, hold tight. I'm going to sprawl back, put all my weight on that leg, and then circle here. On the other side, if Don's head is over there. Method one, you triangle your legs tight. I'm going to wrap his legs with a double overhook. We're here and here, holding tight under his butt, sprawl back, work my way around, grab the head. More powerful, but requires a higher level of sensitivity. I come through the leg here and I wrap here. There and here, I sprawl back. If I just screw up and end up here, he can triangle choke me very easily. If I keep all my weight on his leg here, he can't triangle choke me. Inch around, grab the head, and come up into a secure position.